2018-19 season obviously has ended. Derby County, we finished 6th and managed to get to the playoff final where unfortunately we did lose 2-1 to Aston Villa. But nevertheless, here's my season review. So obviously it started off on the 3rd of August away to Reading, where we came away with a 2-1 win in Frank Lampard's first ever managerial game. It was quite an exciting one. Then, in our first home game of the season, we played Leeds, a tough opposition after they just beat Stoke 2-1 at their place. We turned up thinking it would be a pretty even game, bit of an end-to-end one, but it ended 4-1 to Leeds. They truly did batter us that day. They made it 1-0 from Klitsch, a brilliant goal, bends it into the top corner. Then we make it 1-1 through a nice free kick from Tom Lawrence. We weren't very good that day or very organised, and Leeds were just the better side. 2 September now, which was a pretty decent month for us lot. Let me take you to the 15th of September, Rotherham away. Regarded as a pretty decent away day for us. You can take a decent amount there and you can create a good atmosphere in that away end, but it wasn't a good result for us. Probably one of the most controversial games I've seen this season with Derby County, and that's saying something. The referee sends off Frank Lampard. The referee gives us a penalty, but then consults the linesman and then takes it off us, and we end up losing the game 1-0. But on the 25th of September in the Carabao Cup, we travelled to Manchester United. A good, strong opposition, which to take something out of the game would be fantastic, and we did exactly that. They go 1-0 up quite early on, but we managed to battle back in the second half, make it 2-1 to us, but very late on, they get an equaliser. And the game goes all the way to penalties, where we do come out true winners, and deservedly so. Lee Grant having to come on in that game, our former goalkeeper, and try and save penalties against us, but we managed to overcome him and Manchester United, which was a truly great night. October was a good month for us. We went unbeaten in our league games, and also having a decent away trip to Chelsea in the Carabao Cup as well. The standout league winner's got to be the 4-1 away win over West Brom. Deserved to win that, and probably the most complete performance of our season in the league. To be saying this a lot, but Chelsea was a very interesting game away in the Carabao Cup. We ended up losing 3-2 there, but I felt we were the better side. Unfortunately, we scored 2 own goals, but we managed to battle back and get it level, but then Chelsea's quality shows and they get a good goal back against us. But we carried battling. I believe David Nugent hit the post at the end of that game, which might have took us further in the Carabao Cup if we'd managed to get that goal. But a very interesting game, one where we came away with our heads held high after giving one of the top Premier League sides a really good go. November was a topsy-turvy month for us with 2 wins and 2 losses in the league. Standout game for me personally would be the 3-0 loss to Aston Villa. Like I said, a game of 2 halves. We were better than them in the first half, I believe, but in the second half we shut down and Villa capitalised on our mistakes, and they showed their quality. 3 good goals And I remember a nice free kick from John McGinn. Their fans really enjoyed that one. December included some tough opposition. We were going to be playing 6 games in the month of December. I'd say there was 2. Sheffield United away on Boxing Day, where we did lose 3-1. A game where our own errors cost us, I believe, in that game. We weren't too bad in the first half, but in the second half, Sheffield United were better than us, obviously, and they scored the 3 goals, which beat us. A lovely Harry Wilson free kick, though, gave us a glimmer of hope when we equalised, but they overcame us through some poor decisions by our defence and goalkeeping. Also, the 4-3 win over Norwich. What a game to go and see. 2-0 down in the first 20 minutes, I think. But then we drew it back to 2-2 just before half-time. We carry on in the second half. They go 3-2 up. The floodlights go out. You could not write this. And then we carry it. And then the floodlights managed to come back on. And we scored 2 goals to overcome top of the league Norwich 4-3. An unbelievable game. And it was truly limbs.
Seems like a waste of time now. I can't see us scoring. What a waste.
January also included 6 fixtures for us to enjoy. 3 league games and 3 cup games, FA Cup replay in there as well. The standout game for me that month would have to be the away game at what was top of the league Leeds at that point. They beat us 2-0 and they were better than us for the full game. There was glimmers of our attacking sense, but not enough to get a goal, and definitely wasn't good enough to beat them. But it really showed me the quality which Leeds possessed. Cup was pretty decent for us as well. An FA Cup home game against Southampton. 2-0 down, we managed to come back to 2-2, Tom Lawrence masterclass. Then we have a replay against them where we managed to come back from 2-0 down once again to make it 2-2. We then go on to win on penalties, and you could not write this. We then also get a nice away trip to Accrington Stanley. Not one of the grounds that as a championship club you often get to visit, so it was nice to go there. We came away with a scrappy 1-0 win, which I'd take.
Stuart stole the boat! If you fucking match, you're in! If you don't fucking match! If you don't fucking match, you're in! Shoot!
February included 6 fixtures once again, but it wasn't a great month for us. I remember it vividly as renaming it Freaky February. The standout game for me was probably Forest away, a game where both sides weren't very good, but Forest won 1-0, a very early goal, a calamity of errors that led to that goal, but Just wasn't great to lose to your local rivals, and the game in itself was poor, and it really emphasised how we were playing at the time, that even though we were playing against a poor side, we still couldn't beat them. Our FA Cup run also ended in February. Against Brighton, we travelled quite a long way to get there. It took a long time, a lot of delays, but we managed to get there. And it ended in a 2-1 loss. Quite a poor performance there as well, and we didn't deserve to get anything from it. We turned up in the last 10 minutes, Ashley Cole getting a headed goal to make it 2-1, but we just couldn't get anything from the end. That was the end of our FA Cup run. A bit of a disappointing away day, to be honest.
Everywhere we go, everywhere we go, it's lovely boys making all that noise. Everywhere we go, fucking up Derby, fucking up Derby, fucking up Derby, fucking up Derby, fucking up Derby.
March didn't start off too well. We went away to Aston Villa, another playoff rival of ours, but I think we were currently just sat outside the playoffs, and we lost 4-0 there, conceding 4 goals in the first half. Organisation was awful, but also there was a lot of injuries at that game, and they were in a poor run of form, same as us, but they came through it on that game. Second half was an improvement, but by then I think out of the 2,500 away fans that had made the trip to Aston Villa, only 500 remained in the away end.
Derby, 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 Derby. Heading, I wanna be in that number. Oh, when the Rams go marching, when the Rams marching, when the Rams go.
Jack Grealish with an absolute wonder strike, edge of the box first time, into the top corner. He's had a good first half, but you can hear it, we're fed up.
But the end of March was good as we beat Rotherham 6-1. The first time I've seen Derby score 6 goals in one game.
6-1 to Derby. I've never seen us score 6 goals in one game. Come on, Martin Waghorn with his hat-trick.
April was a good month for us as we were counting down to the end of the season. Out of the 6 fixtures, we lost 1, drew 1 and won 4. Standout games for me was QPR at home, when we left it to the last few minutes when we got a penalty and scored it, and then Wilson had another break where he put the ball away, and it was a truly good day for us. We managed to overcome a tough QPR opposition who held the ball well and parked the bus for much of the game. But also our away game to Bristol City, who were just behind us at that point in the league, and that was the make or break game in my opinion. If we lost that, and I think Bristol would have got into the playoffs, but we had to win it and we did. It was a tight win. They had most of the possession but didn't really create anything dangerous. We, however, did. Tom Lawrence getting the opening goal for us, and in the second half when they had a man sent off, we started to run away with the game, creating many more chances until Jayden Bogle scored the second to make it 2-0 and to give us the win. And then we scored 2 more offside goals, I believe, but it was still a great away day, and that one confirmed our playoff hopes in my opinion. May. What a month for us. Standout league game still in the league was the 3-1 last game of the season home win over West Brom. It was a no-nothing game for them, but we needed to win to confirm our playoff space, and we did. It was against tough playoff rival West Brom, and it was a great win for us. Showed confidence and took confidence into the playoffs. You could not write that we got Leeds in the playoffs. We'd had a lot of banter with them over Spygate and various things during the season, which had intensified the rivalry between us and them. And now we had them in the playoffs. A cagey first game in the playoff home leg at our place, where we believed we could get something out of the game, and it was a tough one, but Leeds scored. Kamar Roof getting the goal for them, a neatly tucked away finish. We should have had a penalty at the end. I think it was Jayden Bogle that was pulled down in their box, but it was given, but then ruled out by the linesman, I think, if I remember correctly. But then we go away to their place, 1-0 down on aggregate. No team has lost in the first leg at home and then gone away and won in the second leg away to go and progress to the final. But we were about to change that.
It's too much to take. Go on, Harry, please. Harry, go on. Yeah!
We've made it to the playoff final. The 27th of May, we're here. But we're facing Aston Villa, a team who have beat us twice this season, 7-0 on aggregate. It was going to be an interesting day, to say the least.
Derby!
What a season it's been. Probably one of my most enjoyable seasons. Up there with the Steve McLaren to the playoff final season. I've really enjoyed it. Frank Lampard's took us on a rollercoaster ride and he's going to take us on another one next season as well. We've had some great loan signings in Fikayo Tomori, Harry Wilson and Mason Mount, and they've done absolute bits for us this season. There's been a lot of limbs, a lot of scenes. There's been some low times, but there's been some good times as well. Some really good times. It was nice to be able to go on a trip to Wembley at the end of the season, a trial look against a good Aston Villa side, but we just couldn't beat them at the end of the day. They were better than us and deserved to go up. I'll see you next season.